This is CBC Nova Scotia News.
Good evening, I'm Vernon Ramisar. Welcome to the special maritime edition of CBC News. WestJet and the union representing more than 4,000 flight attendants have reached a tentative deal. It ended the disruption to the airline's operations. The union president said the deal represents meaningful progress.
Leading up to it, a lot of stress, but a lot of unity and a lot of resolve, because the issues that were at play here with the eroded flight credit system and general working conditions at WestJet and where we stood on the wages, being some of the lowest paid, the resolve was there, and I think that everyone in the bargaining room, whether it was on the company side or the bargaining committee side, understood the assignment.
The flight attendants went on strike on Sunday, prompting the airline to ground all flights across much of Canada. They were demanding compensation for all time spent on the job, including time on the ground. They now have 30 days to ratify the deal. Despite the agreement, some WestJet passengers in Halifax were still in limbo as of yesterday after their flights were cancelled. Molly McNaughton reports.
WestJet travelers at the Halifax Stanfield International Airport worry they could be out of thousands of dollars after having their flights cancelled due to the airline's contract dispute.
It's been a massive inconvenience and discomfort and disappointment. We love Canada. We've been here many times, but we're not coming back.
Last night, Ed Meehan and his wife Anne slept on the airport floor, just like many other travelers whose flights were cancelled. Outside of the terminal, roughly 30 flight attendants walked the picket line. They went on strike Sunday, and WestJet then issued a lockout notice. WestJet passenger Devin DeRosa supports the flight attendants, but she and her kids also just want to get back home to Edmonton. After her flight was cancelled, WestJet attendants in Halifax gave her a number to call to make alternate travel plans, but she couldn't get through.
Thank you for calling WestJet. All of our agents are working to help as many guests as possible. Due to high call volumes, we are unable to take your call at this time.
Instead, she was directed to the company's website, but
if you try to go online, the online portion is also closed. You can't speak to anybody there either. So at the moment, I'm stranded.
How do you feel?
I mean, I'm laughing because it's like, what else can you do really at this point? But now I've got to find accommodations. Like, this is going to be probably an additional $2,000 to $3,000 that I wasn't anticipating on spending.
It will cost us a lot of money, or it will cost us a lot of time, and that's just, it's crazy. I don't understand how some company would do that just because they don't want to pay their own people what few dollars extra an hour. I don't understand. It's making me madder when I talk about it.
Lutekold is from the Netherlands, and he says this disruption has ruined his first visit to Canada. He's only a week into his trip. He was supposed to head to Vancouver from Halifax. Now he's looking at renting a car and driving to Montreal to fly from there. As for the Mehans, they have cancelled their WestJet flight and will be traveling with a different airline to get home.
A better way to sort it out than inconveniencing all the Canadian people, international travellers, and the reputation of Canada, really.
No one on the WestJet picket line was authorized to do an interview with CBC, but the union says pay is at the center of the dispute. Molly McNaughton, CBC News, Halifax.
Nova Scotians waiting for hip and knee replacements are getting back on their feet much faster, bucking a national trend of rising wait times. A new report shows median wait times in the province have dropped by over 40%, thanks to streamlined surgical strategies, donor funding, and new technology. The CBC's Jenna Olsen has the story.
Nova Scotians waiting for hip and knee replacements won't have to wait as long. A new report from the Canadian Institute for Health Information found that wait times for those two surgeries in Nova Scotia are shorter than ever. Data shows that in 2015, the median wait time for a hip replacement was 173 days. Last year, it was 103. That's more than a 40% drop. That's an anomaly from other provinces, where wait times are largely longer than they were a decade ago. Nova Scotia Health says a multi-year strategy targeting patient flow and surgery coordination caused the improvement.
We recognize that after the COVID-19 pandemic, that the backlog and improving the wait times required more than just increasing the number of surgeries that were completed.
Nova Scotia Health expanded operating room capacity, modernized booking, hired specialists, and used data to prioritize long-waiting patients. But lifting Nova Scotia from the bottom of the provincial wait time pack was a collaborative effort. Hospital foundations also stepped up.
It's a great magic where the province can work with a foundation and donors to solve a problem, right? So this is where the magic happens.
Together with the province, the Dartmouth General Foundation opened a new orthopedic surgery center in 2019. The hospital is also prioritizing robot-assisted joint replacements. With that method, most patients are discharged less than 12 hours after surgery, freeing up hospital beds and reducing wait times.
Funding that innovation culture is really, to me, what's helped drive this success nationally.
Robots aren't the only thing doctors use to tackle the wait list. In February, Dr. Jay Snyderman did 8 hip replacements in one day, an Atlantic Canada record, by shortening the transition time between surgeries.
If I was to do more cases a day, the only thing that would change would be the OR team would move quicker in between the operations in terms of cleaning it and setting up.
Dr. Snyderman says the result of shorter wait times is life-changing for patients.
If they're waiting a long time with lots of pain and poor function, the rest of their health is going to deteriorate as well.
But good news for patients. Dr. Snyderman says the hospital is on track for another record-breaking year, and wait times for joint replacements will continue to get even shorter. Jenna Olson, CBC News, Halifax.
Prince Edward Island's foster care system is operating near or at capacity. Officials say that even a small increase in the number of foster homes could make a big difference for children in need. An official with PEI's Child and Family Services Division says the growing need for foster placement reflects the range of challenges many island families are facing, including financial stress, mental health, and addiction. This summer, the province is holding a series of information sessions in Charlottetown and Summerside for people interested in learning more about becoming foster parents. The International Culture Fest in St. John returned this year with its original format. Last year, the event theme was switched from individual country booths to Artistic Corner due to a clash between protesters. The CBC's Rizam Ratti has the story.
This year, International Culture Fest in St. John took place with an obvious police presence. That comes in the wake of last year's event where a demonstration near the Israel community table led to charges against a father and son. This weekend, police cruisers were parked at both ends of the festival area.
There's about a total of 6 officers in uniform and 4 vehicles in total, and we're just here to make sure everyone's safe.
The St. John Police Force even had its own booth set up, amongst others honoring various cultures and countries. Notably missing was the Israel booth. Last year, police were called to that booth after pro-Palestinian protesters made an appearance. Charles Sutherland of the St. Andrew's Society of St. John witnessed those events and says he hopes similar tensions can be avoided this year.
This year, they have police presence, and that has made obviously a difference. We haven't seen anything, so hopefully it will continue, because there seem to be a lot of lovely people here. And as I said, last year we were here and we came and tried to help. So hopefully this year there won't be any problems.
In the fall, the festival experimented with changing the format to focus on culture and the arts. But organizer Lauren Daltrop says it felt important to revert back to a format that highlighted different nationalities, and he thinks that was the right decision.
The fact is that we are offering a very peaceful, full experience here today. No one is thinking about any other disturbance or anything else that might have happened in the past, and we've been able to have a really great afternoon where people are really able to enjoy being around and with each other this cultural village concept.
It's been a long coordination and making sure that this, the event goes really smoothly, and so far it's been a fantastic day. Everyone's been having a good time. I've been talking and conversing with so many people here, and in terms of what occurred years prior and to this year, I've heard nothing but positive things so far.
Daltrop says they haven't had recent communication with those who ran the Israel booth last year, but it's common for some groups not to come back. Organizers within the Israeli community previously told CBC they wouldn't come back unless they had a guarantee from St. John Police. In recent interviews with other media, they said they had decided not to come due to safety concerns.
And CBC meteorologist Ryan Snodden is here with his first quick look at the weather. Bit of a mixed bag today, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, one thing we all had today, Vern, was very warm temperatures, and the mugginess was really in place as well. As that humidity is going to continue through tonight, an uncomfortable sleep and then a break, at least a little bit of a break for Tuesday, and then the humidity builds back in throughout the week. We'll talk all about that with your full weather forecast. A quick little preview here, though, and we are looking at, yes, some steadier periods of rain across New Brunswick today. We've been seeing some rounds of rain across Prince Edward Island, and generally it's been the scattered showers, though steady at times for Nova Scotia, especially up through northern parts of Nova Scotia. The winds have been turning breezy as well in from the south as this line has tracked through, and it's all thanks to this low, which is going to make for, yes, a windy night tonight, as I said, warm and muggy, and then on the backside of the system, a clear out as we move into your Tuesday. Quick timeline, periods of rain continue across New Brunswick tonight and Prince Edward Island. Nova Scotia will see some rounds of steadier showers. Note Tuesday morning, some lingering showers, especially across northern New Brunswick and eastern Nova Scotia. We are clearing into the afternoon. We'll walk you through your full forecast coming up in detail in just a few minutes, Fern.
Thanks very much, Ryan. We'll check back in with you a little bit later.
Thank you.
A local St. John group is trying to breathe new life into the city's many old, empty buildings. St. John has roughly 175 vacant buildings. The city says 90% are residential and most can be rehabilitated. Co-founders Brent Harris and Justin Sweeney's organization, Vacant to Vibrant, is trying to acquire some of these buildings to turn them into housing. The group is currently renovating their first project.
There's a story to be told about this building, and I have to say, I posted a TikTok video recently about some of the progress that we've done, and somebody was like, hey, I used to roll marbles down this laneway here. Hey, I used to live on the 4th unit, and these people don't live in St. John anymore, and that's been really cool.
The project aims to create 4 affordable units to house clients from the Elizabeth Fry Society. Hundreds gathered in Charlottetown's historic Bog neighborhood on Saturday, immersed in Black culture, history, and traditions. They were there to celebrate Emancipation Day on Prince Edward Island. The CBC's Cameron Farquharson was there.
Happy Emancipation Day.
Emancipation Day celebrations in Charlottetown attracted the biggest crowd ever this year, according to organizers. More than 200 people came together to immerse themselves in Black culture, history, and traditions.
It feels like a taste of home. It feels like a dip into history. It feels like connection to the ancestors present on this island and those that are no longer here, who have put in the work and come and established and worked hard for this.
The federal government declared August 1st as Emancipation Day back in 2021. It's a day to commemorate the end of the enslavement of Black people throughout the British Empire, including Canada. That happened in 1834.
It means, I want to say the world, like it means so much to be able to be a part of recognizing the history that has happened and also the history that exists right now. Like Black history is rich and alive here on Prince Edward Island, and it's nice to see it continue to be celebrated.
We hold freedom in the grasp of our hands. And so I ask you today, what will you do with your freedom?
Angela Quadri says it's important to acknowledge the past, to pave the way for a better future.
We reflect on it and then we move forward. We build a better society. We strive for true equality. We strive for an inclusive community where there's no room for discrimination and where everybody feels welcome.
This is a traditional Nigerian Igbo dance. It's one of the many Black cultural traditions highlighted at the celebration. Dancers say it's an important part of Nigerian identity and a piece of home they're proud to share with others.
Me and the rest of the girls were very proud that we were chosen to show Canada, to show PEI a glimpse of the beautiful culture we have in Nigeria.
Organizers say this year's celebration had twice the turnout compared to last year's. They say they're hopeful the celebration keeps on growing and that meaningful change continues to come of it. Cameron Farquharson, CBC News, Charlottetown.
Ryan is up next with his full weather forecast. See you in just a few minutes. And Ryan is here with his full weather forecast. Ryan, every time I stepped out the door today, I saw something different. There was fog, there was rain, there was a bit of sunshine, there were clouds.
Yeah, that's right. Everything but the kitchen sink, right? And what we're going to be seeing as we move into tomorrow is a clear out. So a little bit of everything again. Showers in the morning, but clearing out as we work our way throughout the morning into the afternoon. We'll get to all of that first and foremost. Have a look at those afternoon temps today. You can see, we were in the 20 to 25 range for most. A couple of warmer spots, especially in through the Annapolis Valley, 26 to 27. Kentville towards Greenwood. The mugginess has really been creeping in. Look at those dew points. I mean, anything above 20 is muggy and oppressive. We've been looking at dew points 23, 24 right now. So straight up tropical across parts of the Maritimes. And that mugginess is going to be a factor all through this week. That southerly wind has been increasing today as well as the rain has been tracking in. Note the sustained winds right now in the 20 to 30, even 40 kilometer per hour range in Yarmouth. And we're looking at some gusts in the 50 to even 60 kilometer per hour range. Grand Etang gusting to 61, but we'll be gusting to 90 kilometers per hour in those lace wet winds, for this evening and into the overnight. So it is going to be very, very windy. So a heads up on that. You can see we've been seeing, as I showed you earlier, these rounds of rain, especially across New Brunswick. More to come tonight with this system, and then the clear out as this area of high pressure will be moving in and calming things down. Tonight, note the temperatures as we do see some clearing for western areas, even a little bit of clearing before morning. Edmundston, St. Stephen will drop into the 13 to 15 range. Look how warm it will be overnight. Lows near 20. Prince Edward Island, eastern parts of mainland Nova Scotia, and into Cape Breton. That is where the temps are going to be warmest. And so, yes, an oppressive sleep tonight as we walk you through the timeline of all this. Note the periods of rain, especially across New Brunswick. Scattered showers continuing across Nova Scotia. At times heavy by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Still looking at lingering showers. Most of New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and especially eastern Nova Scotia. I think we'll see some clearing even from the get-go, the Tri-County area of Nova Scotia down towards southwestern New Brunswick. Just a very slight risk here for a shower lingering beyond, say, 8, 9 a.m. By noon, we're clearing the skies across mainland Nova Scotia, maybe a lingering early afternoon shower for Cape Breton, Prince Edward Island as well, likely done by lunchtime. The best chance for a lingering shower into the afternoon is going to be across northeastern parts of New Brunswick. But generally, it's clear out time tomorrow. Temperatures ranging between 24 and 28 degrees across New Brunswick. We are going to be looking at those winds quite gusty from the west, gusting to 50, except 70 through the Tantramar Marsh area. Across Prince Edward Island, temperatures will be generally in that mid-20 range for tomorrow, gusting to 50 kilometers per hour here. The winds will be as well from the west to southwest, and gusting 50 to 60 across Nova Scotia as well tomorrow. Temperatures here also ranging between around 24 to 28 degrees. And yes, the humidity will be a factor tomorrow, but not as much as it will be later in the week. So it is going to be feeling more like the high 20s into the low 30s for tomorrow. But yes, as we move our way into Wednesday, note these temperatures really popping into the low 30s. And we are going to be looking at the humidity increasing Wednesday into Thursday, as you will see. So we're going to be feeling more like the mid to even high 30s here when you factor in the humidity. Look at this muggy meter for the Maritimes. So yes, crashing as we move throughout the day on Tuesday, then rising again Wednesday, and really continuing to rise as we move right into the weekend. So a heads up on that. There's that 7-day forecast. Just a chance for showers by Saturday for Prince Edward Island, but a pretty nice stretch here for midweek, though temperatures again really turning toasty. We're into the 30s by Wednesday in New Brunswick and staying there. Chance for some late day showers and thunderstorms perhaps Friday into the Saturday time period for New Brunswick, and looking at Nova Scotia into the 26 to 30 range, I think, by Wednesday, and a similar story Thursday into Friday as well. And it looks like we'll see a chance for a shower by Saturday. But overall, summer peaking here across the Maritimes over the next few days. Vern.
Thanks so much, Ryan.
Thank you.
Coming up, 40 years of unforgettable stunts, music and comedy on the waterfront at the Halifax Busker Festival. Welcome back. There were cheers, oohs and ahs on the waterfront for the 40th Halifax Busker Festival over the weekend. Street performers from across the globe wowed audiences with music, stunts and comedy to celebrate 4 decades of the extravaganza. Have a look.
Don't blink, don't look away. Allow your eyes to be drawn in. Yes! All right, Halifax, you ready to see the show?
I'm Christine Edwards, and I'm the festival director for the Halifax International Busker Festival. This year we're celebrating our 40th anniversary on the Halifax waterfront. We have 9 performers going all day long, all night long, fire shows, acrobatics from Japan to the UK, Canadian, Australian. It's certainly more family friendly than it's ever been, and the artists are incredibly. They're Cirque du Soleil. They're award winning, and their talents are beyond. So I think just the quality of the acts have really come up over the years.
My name's Jack Wise. I'm from Dublin, Ireland. I'm a sword swallower, magician and a ventriloquist. This is my 3rd time at the Halifax Busker Festival. 40 years it's running, so you've got like kids, parents and grandparents. There's 3 generations, and there's very few festivals in the world that have that long a standing.
We are Marble, and we come all the way from Japan. And our act is acrobatics and juggling, a Japanese circus show.
We feel very great because so many good performers, and we brought our original stuff and people enjoyed it. It feels great.
We love Halifax. Thank you very much. And this is our first time. Yeah, we are so happy to be here. Yeah, such an amazing festival.
Hey, what did you think?
Good. Good. Very good.
A lot of strength into it. Him holding him up over his head.
You think you could do that maybe?
No.
Absolutely brilliant, fantastic. I really loved it. I love seeing different cultures come together to perform. It's just really inspirational, especially in Halifax.
Any challenges that the festival's facing this year?
Certainly, I think everybody that does festivals and arts understand that the budget cuts certainly had an impact, and that resulted in us not doing the stage in Dartmouth this year. We are a free, open festival, so there's only so many ways that we can actually have money to pay for this festival. It'd be nice to have some more sponsors come on board, some funding come back again, and we could have more stages. And the more stages we have, the more performers we can bring in.
Good stuff. That's it for us tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.